Say when they talk about Donald Trump.
I suppose Jane Wyman is a first lady.
Well, wait, Doc.
And Jack Benny is Secretary of the Treasury.
Doc, you gotta listen to me.
I have enough time to go so uneasy. Good night, future boy.
No, wait, Doc. Doc, the bruise.
I'm going to pause it here for just a second. So, that's why he tells the story at the beginning of the movie when they're talking in the DeLorean when he says, yeah, I was standing on the edge of my toilet, a clock fell and it hit my head and all that, is because of this. And he hadn't told him the story. Doc would have never believed it because he told him the events of that day.
Right.
And eventually gets him to go out to see where the time machine is. And I love that Doc is so smart that he actually comes up with a way to bring him back. And the lightning bolt at the clock tower was the funniest part of that. But the meeting his parents as kids, though, I always thought that was kind of funny because he's so surprised that they're like what they are, and that his dad wants to be an aspiring writer, and stuff like that. I always thought that was fun. And then when we get to the end, of course, he gets them together. What I love is right here, he's got a dilemma to make for himself when he's getting ready to go back. And Doc found out he's got that letter. And he says he wants to, do this basically. I'll let him tell you.
Okay, 10 minutes I'll do it. Okay, time circuit's on, flux capacitor, fluxing, engine running, right.
Main reason DeLoreans don't work. That's why they put that in there, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
Like a lot of them did that?
They all did that. So they did that on purpose. You realize that, right? That's why they did that.
That's crazy.
No. That seriously makes my stomach turn every time I look at it. Look at that. He's lucky, What I love is that the car just conks out.
Like every clock tower I see now, I think that this movie saved the clock tower.
It's oddly enough that it's kind of odd that we actually have one in downtown. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I must say the dog must have used some strong ass cable because it is holding his weight up on that thing. Yeah, that's basically what I would have done. I would have smacked it too.
If that wouldn't have happened, he wouldn't. I mean, the timing has to be so perfect.
Yeah. I love that they didn't do anything to fix the reason it broke off in the first place. I always get excited when I see this part, man. It's just such a cool ending to a movie. You know what I mean? It's not like, all he's really doing is driving to a part of the town. He's not doing anything exciting, but it's done so well that, it doesn't stop. Like, watch. He's really racing. They do that with the special effects, sound effects. You just know you want him to go back home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what makes it so special. The music too. The music blows you away. But in the span of the time that a movie is, that probably was only like 10 seconds for him to drive up the street. Love how dramatic he gets.
Yeah, he totally would have been through that already.
See, now a lot of people say that he had his gloves on because of this right here. But see how everything activates? I just love that. He just gets it right there. However, I don't know why he closed his eyes. That doesn't make sense. He must have thought he was going to blow up. See, now people think they say, well, It's a good thing he had the gloves on, but you know he put the gloves on so he could slide down, because that's why his hands didn't get all. That's why he had them on.
Maybe.
But
you're just working with wire. You know, you want to wear gloves.
But I've seen things where people are like, oh, you just happen to be lucky enough to have those electrical gloves on. Well, it wasn't that. He didn't get shocked for two reasons. One, the cord was isolated, and the fact that he had the gloves on was just luck.
Well, just carrying wire like that with that kind of material, it just feels funny on your hands, or if you cut your hands.
Well, like I said, when he slid down, if he hadn't been wearing the gloves, he never would have been able to do that with his bare hands. I always loved that part.
And now our Magna Clock Tower doesn't work either.
Now watch this. Now
but I don't think it would.
They show this right here, just to show you that is the same place, and it's there now. That he broke it off when they sent the DeLorean back. There's Eric Clapton playing.
What does he say? He says,
this is crazy. And what's funny about this dude is that was the Mayor Red Thomas that was back in the day. That's who that dude's supposed to be, and I never found that out until later. So I'm gonna pause it here, and we're gonna go to the end. I'm gonna go to the part where Marty, of course, sees the Libyans that
the Libyans that are after Doc in the beginning.
So he comes across himself from earlier in the film, sees what happens. That would freak me out, though. Not seeing myself, but because I'd have to watch it from there, and they're close.
This part went too fast.
Well, that was the idea. For us in the beginning, it was slower because they made it dramatic. But here it has to go fast because we already saw this part.
They could have done something though.
No, you gotta remember when they make these, they gotta go at a certain pace. It keeps it from being boring.
Yeah.
Because you gotta get to here. This part always chokes me up. Like, I just get choked up every time I watch this part. Just because I love when he pulls the envelope out of his jacket and hands it to him. It just chokes me up. I mean, we were all rooting that he'd be alive. You know what I mean?
We're all what?
Rooting for him to be alive.
Yeah.
For him to live. And he had that on. But this part where he gives him the letter always chokes me up. It's just so cool because he met Marty and you always wonder why, and he hands him the letter that he wrote.
What about all that talk about screwing up future events? The space-time continuum?
Well, I figured, what the hell?
So how far ahead are you going?
About 30 years. It's a nice round number.
Look me up when you get there, alright? This'll be about 47.
I will.
Take care.
You too.
Right. Bye-bye, honey. Oh, and watch that re-entry. It's a little bumpy.
Yeah, and after all is said and done, he ends up wanting the time machine destroyed.
I understand that because of what happens. Because you remember they do steal the book and they screw everything up. I think that basically is what causes him to second thought it. Which makes a lot of sense because I can't say I blame him.
Like I've always told you, you put your mind to it.
And the funny thing about this part right here is, Marty's parents and the whole setting for the family, and Biff even, are all different because he changed the time.
Yep.
And he gets the truck that he wanted in the beginning of the movie. But it's got to be weird for him too because he's been gone a week. But to everybody else,
everything's changed.
But to him, everybody else and everything in his life is way different. You know, Jennifer's still the same, but.
Jennifer.
Okay, here's an interesting question I'm going to ask you. Why is she wearing the same clothes that she wore the day before?
Because it is the day
movie
before?
No.
I don't know.
That's the next day and she's wearing the same outfit.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Everything is great.
I remember seeing this part for the first time and thinking, oh man, it can fly, oh, it's so cool, you know. Winter car's gonna fly, and then thinking that.
Back to the future.
I love this right here.
This movie had to get like a whole bunch of people thinking winter car's gonna fly, and then they never did, because...
I need fuel.
I love that he picks the beer can up.
Go ahead, Chris, get the car.
No, Doc, I just got here, okay? Jennifer's here. We're gonna take
Doing that was actually kind of smart. You know what I mean? Going to the future and making a fusion generator so they don't use plutonium anymore.
assholes or something.
No, Marty. Both you and Jennifer.
There's just too many risks. You could have cars falling out of the sky at random. There's too many risk factors come into play.
Roads to get up to 88.
Roads? But we're going, we don't need roads.
You gotta admit, that's a cool scene to me.
Yeah.
But there's a problem here because when I saw this movie, it ended right here and there was a big to be continued right there.
Yeah.
And the DVD doesn't have that, which kind of sucks, Universal. Thank you for ruining my childhood. That's the only childhood thing I think I had a problem with. But, I mean, the thing that got me excited when I saw this movie is I saw it to be continued. And, you know, if you go on the internet, you'll see a bunch of, there's actually some clips of stuff on there that show the original ending. I was going to see if there was a trailer on there, but I guess there's not. The deleted scenes for the show aren't bad either. You know what I mean? What's cool is they've done so many of these now that they have the Blu-ray actually has the car come into the screen instead, and it like shows the DeLorean. And in part 2 it shows the flying car, and it does its tires and goes up. I love that.
Yeah, I truly hope they never remake this.
Well, you know what's lucky for us is Robert Zemeckis made sure that it would never be done. So he actually controls the rights to this movie, and he put a thing in his will that says it will never be remade until 75 years after his death. That's the way it is with creative works of art or something. There's some law.
75 years.
So they'll never be able to remake it while we're alive.
Yeah.
Which is good because I'd really hate to see this movie remade. Sometimes movies just come together with actors and they're just magical. I mean, you can't remake a movie like you did with Ghostbusters. The cast wasn't bad for Ghostbusters, but they didn't play it straight. They played it more comedic, and I think that's kind of what hurt it. Because I seen that movie when it came out, it was fun, but like I could never see this remade. Nobody can play these roles unless it was like his son.
Yeah, this is quite a rare gem.
I mean, literally, this movie is my favorite movie. Like, I have no doubt. Like, if anybody asks me what's your favorite movie, I have so many, but I can literally say that this movie is my favorite movie.
Wow.
I mean, that's really hard for anybody.
It's definitely up there. It could be mine too. I haven't really thought about that.
Well, you also didn't grow up when I did when this came out. That's kind of what makes it a little bit more.
It's definitely up there, though.
Yeah,
for sure. Anyhow, this is DC Richards and Tony the Tiger, and this is our review video for Back to the Future. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
It's more of we're telling you how awesome it is review. We both.
Yeah, this isn't like a do you like it or not type of.
We're just explaining how awesome it is.
So yeah, we just thought it'd kind of be fun to do this, and we'll get some more movie reviews going and music video reviews as well. So thank you everybody for watching, and have a nice rest of the day.